there, my name's Michelle Justice, and for this assignment I chose to do the New York Times article, Why Waiting is Torture by Alex Stone. The reason why I chose this article is because it was interesting. All of us have waited in line at some point in time. The second reason why I chose to do this article is because it is a perfect example of applied research. In our book, we learned that applied research is any research that is needed or used for practical problems and their potential solutions. Well, waiting in line is a practical problem, and making that wait more tolerable is a possible solution. The main purpose of this article was three things. 1, how we feel when we're standing in a line. 2, our perceived fairness of the moving of the lines. And 3, our overall happiness that we experienced during the visit. I learned many different things while reading this. First off, I learned that we Americans roughly spend 37 billion hours a year waiting in line. With approximately 317 million people here, that equals out to 117 hours per person per year. Meaning you waited in line for 117 hours last year. There are much more ways that we can make that wait easier and better. Another thing I learned was that while waiting in line, people are much happier if they are occupied with something to do. I tried this out last week at work. I'm a restaurant manager at a popular restaurant, and during one of our busy lunches, I decided to hand out milkshake samples and menus to our waiting guests. To my surprise, our overall complaints were lower for the day, as well as our guests seemed to be more content and more patient throughout their visit. I think this is because I acknowledged their importance while showing them giving them the expectation of what their visit was going to be like. Now, if I was to research this further, I would go on to UCF's library website. There, I would search the PsycInfo database and look at the different types of research that have been done on waiting, times, psychology, expectancy. I would also use the words and not, or to narrow my search down. Then I would go on to Google and use the same technique. I don't expect to find as many scholarly articles and research papers on Google, but I expect to find the same results. 1, people are happier while waiting in line if they have something to do. 2, as long as there's fairness within moving of those lines and a first-come, first-served method is being used, people are much happier there. And 3, that waiting is important. We all do it. And there's always better and more easier ways of getting through that wasted time. Thank you.